Dear Journal, sometimes I like to make an entry that just encompasses a day or morning out and about geocaching. This isn't one of them, but the DNF experience is intrinsic to any geocacher's goal, be it 10,000 geocaches, or 755, or even 154,453. When I went and did that tunnel cache, it was the start of my planned geocaching day, with that one being the first and only success on the highlighted caches for the rest of the day. I went to another park, multiple DNFs there, and then I went to where I rented a campsite and went on an additional big hike where, just like this clip, it was a big blur of walking through the woods, DNFing left and right.
Fucked. I'm fucked. I don't know. Equipment error. I can't. When it says 4 feet, I don't see shit.
Yeah, I'm not even trying to joke there, I'm just pissed off and blaming my equipment like any experienced geocacher would. After a set of failures there, using all my daylight, I returned to camp, but not before passing through the little preserved historic village where I thought I'd try some night caching. It was nice and spooky, a good fall evening, I could see my own breath. It was a good Halloween caching video atmosphere, if I could just find some caches. I certainly spooked myself out on the way there.
Especially when this has got a lot of twisty turns. Oh great, now I can't stop thinking of Fatal Frame because I'm looking through my phone. I shouldn't do that. That's when you see the ghosties.
And then when I got there, I didn't find any caches, but I kept hearing this sound coming from this building that I wasn't sure I was allowed to be in. Yeah, see, what was gonna happen was, I was gonna do a jump scare clip right in here, but instead I subverted your expectations with the opposite, a stationary, relaxed clip. And that, as they say, was that for my geocaching camping excursion. So, that was my geocaching day. The tunnel thing was nice. And again, I enjoyed the hike, and I'm enjoying this. Just wish I found some geocaches. Never end the day on a DNF. Well, shit. I'm gonna have to. DNF and a hot dog. Have you ever struggled to explain geocaching to some Norman and you don't want to use the ultra goober line about, using expensive satellites to find Tupperware in the woods? Well, struggle no more, my friend. Just use this log from a cache posted on our geocaching. Were you ever wondering if we're all equal in the moment of dying, and from that moment on, the life of one who ceased to exist is no more? Worth nothing. Does that mean that life really doesn't matter? It's just like any other object that has no importance, apart from the one that some of us assign to it. Just like this box we found. It's gonna go, like his predecessors did. Just for a short moment of eternity, it will hold our signatures inside. Whatever. You need a GPS or GPS-enabled device to play. Have fun! Now, I understand. There have been times when I wax philosophical, or at least get the imagination going while out and about for a smiley.
What a mighty tree amidst all this crap. You are the king in this forest. And then here's where the cache is. Perhaps it was your queen. Struck by lightning. The stars. Dang, why am I depressing myself like this? Just go get the cache, man.
And now for a cache called Chonky Squirrel.
Oh. That's a chonky squirrel, alright. How on earth is this still here? Oh dear. Dedicated to my cat. Okay. I'm not laughing at your cat.
Yeah, no, I'm not laughing at your dead cat, I'm laughing at your cash container. I assume your cat liked to chase squirrels and was into, death metal. R.I.P., Orion. Well, I don't want to end on that down note, so I will have to share further pictures from the Skimbosh archives. The missus was doing a love run down in Philly, and I, while waiting and not running, busted out a few standard caches, but when I went to the finish line to await her return, I saw these guys, and figured the words were worth sharing. Speaking of sharing words, I will always remember in a public journal left on an observation post in a nature preserve on the way to the Fancy Bridge cache, someone noted their viewing of the Big Dick Bandit. I took a picture because really, it's impossible to tell if this is some juvenile scribbling or if it's actually among the ranks of real names such as Fluffy-Backed Tit Babbler or the Red-Rumped Bush Tyrant. Is the Big Dick Bandit a product of some stone teenager or a legitimate ornithological reference? I don't know, I'm not typing it into a search engine. But, as long as we're looking at nature, let's scope one of my most favoritist pictures I have taken while out not DNFing caches. Look at all this green. But wait, maybe you don't see it. Computer, enhance! Enhance more!
Hey, how you doing?
Haha, crazy venison out there, probably covered in ticks. Anyway, you be safe out there, Journal.